When your dog climbs onto the bed at 2 a.m. and starts walking across you, it feels random, maybe a little annoying. Just your dog being weird in the dark again. But it isn't random at all. That heavy, clumsy little march across your legs, your back, your chest, is one of the most honest messages your dog will ever send you, and most owners completely misread it. Worse, the way they react actually teaches the dog to do it more. So stay with me, because the real reason your dog picks you out of every soft surface in the entire house goes all the way back to the first few weeks of their life. I'm saving that one for the end, because once you hear it, you will never look at a 3 a.m. paw in the ribs the same way again. Let's start with what's actually going on when your dog gets up in the dark and comes looking for you. 1. They're doing a pack head count. Dogs did not invent sleeping alone. They come from wolves, pack animals that survived by piling into one den and staying together through the night. Split off from the group and you were exposed. That instinct never left the building. So when your dog gets up in the dark and walks over to you, part of what they're doing is a head count. Where is my group? Are we still together? During the day, this is easy for them. You're moving, you're talking, they can track you from room to room without even trying. But at night, you go silent and still. To your dog, you've basically switched off and disappeared. So they get up, walk over, and physically check in. Researchers at Azabu University in Japan, led by Miho Nagasawa, found that simply being close to you triggers a release of oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that fires between a mother and her baby in both you and your dog at the same moment. So that walk across your body isn't clumsiness. It's your dog topping up the one thing in the world that makes them feel safe. You. Confirmed present. Pack intact. 2. They're quietly claiming you. Ever notice your dog doesn't just flop down next to you? They have to step on you first. There's a reason for the extra paperwork. Dogs have scent glands packed into their paw pads, tucked between the toes and the pads themselves. Every single step they take leaves behind a chemical signature you can't smell, but every other animal in the house can. Scientists who studied what's called pedal scent, the scent dogs leave through their feet, found that dogs can actually recognize each other from that alone. So when your dog treads across your chest at midnight, they're not being awkward. They're signing you. Here's the thing. During the day, your scent gets scrubbed off. You shower, you go outside, you touch the whole world. By the time you crawl into bed, their mark from last night has faded. So they reset it. Step by step, they write, "This human belongs to me," back onto you. And in homes with more than one pet, this gets more intense because now there's competition and the claim has to be renewed more often. If your dog just earned a little extra respect tonight, do me a quick favor and hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners who have no clue what their dog is telling them in the dark. All right, number 3 is where it gets a little bit spooky. 3. They heard something you didn't. You're dead asleep. Suddenly, your dog is standing on top of you, completely rigid, staring at the bedroom door. Nothing is there. Except to them, something absolutely is. A dog hears frequencies up to roughly 45,000 to 65,000 hertz. You tap out around 20,000. They also pick up soft, distant sounds from about 4 times farther away than you can, using 18 separate muscles in each ear to swivel and aim like a satellite dish. A mouse shifting inside the wall, a car door 2 houses down, footsteps out on the street. You slept straight through all of it. Your dog did not. And here's the pack instinct showing up again. In a wolf pack, members take turns keeping watch through the night. So when your dog hears something, they usually don't bolt and hide. They move to the thing they're guarding, which is you, and post up right on top of you to listen. That paw planted on your chest isn't fear. That's your dog on duty, standing watch over their pack. 4. You're the warmest, safest spot in the house. A dog's normal body temperature sits around 38 to 39 degrees Celsius, which is about 101 to 102 Fahrenheit, a degree or two above yours. They also shed that heat faster than you do, especially once the house cools down overnight. So they go looking for a furnace. And you are the furnace. But watch closely, because it's not only about heat. Your dog will step across your legs, pause on your hip, shift up to your side, testing as they go. They're not just hunting for the warmest patch. They're finding the exact spot where warmth and safety overlap, pressed right up against the one creature they trust the most in the world. That's why your dog would rather be half falling off the mattress against your back than lying comfortable and alone on the floor. Being warm is nice. Being warm and safe at the same time is the entire point. You give them both, and no dog bed on earth can compete with that. 5. They're working you, and it's working. Sometimes your dog doesn't settle at all. They walk on you, nudge you, paw at your arm, plant themselves square on your chest, and just stare. That's not confusion. That is a campaign. Dogs are crepuscular, which means they're wired to be most active around dawn and dusk. So right when you've sunk into your deepest sleep near sunrise, your dog is clocking in for their shift. And they usually want one of two things. Food, because a dog's internal clock is frankly a little scary, and if breakfast normally lands at 6, the lobbying starts at 5:40. Or stimulation, because if they didn't burn off enough energy the day before, all that leftover fuel comes due at the worst possible hour. Here's the part almost everyone gets wrong. If you get up and feed them or play with them every single time they pull this, you are not fixing the problem. You're paying them for it. You just taught your dog that walking across your face is how you make morning happen. Dogs repeat whatever gets rewarded. Reward the 5 a.m. march even once or twice, and you'll be getting it every day for a very long time. 6. The real reason. You're their whole litter. Remember that reason I promised at the start? The one that goes all the way back to their first weeks alive? Here it is. Before your dog can remember anything else, they remember the pile. Newborn puppies can't regulate their own body temperature yet. They survive by heaping together with their littermates against their mother, one warm, breathing, moving mass in the dark. It is the very first safety any dog ever knows in their life, and that memory does not go away. So watch what your dog does right before they finally drop off. They circle, they paw at the blanket and at you. They dig a little, turn around, and burrow in. That's den building, the exact same nesting instinct wolves used to hollow out a safe spot for the night. And when your adult dog climbs onto you, treads you down, and presses their full weight into your chest, their body is doing the oldest thing it knows how to do. It is rebuilding the puppy pile, your warmth, your heartbeat, the slow rise and fall of your breathing. To your dog, that is not just a comfortable human to lie on. That is the den. That is the mother. That is the entire litter, rebuilt every single night out of one single person. You. So the next time your dog steps on you at 2 a.m., don't sigh and shove them off the bed. They're checking that the pack is together. They're claiming you as theirs. They're standing watch over you. And underneath all of it, they're quietly doing the very first thing they ever learned in order to feel safe in the world. If this changed the way you see your dog, subscribe and stick around, because next time we're breaking down what your dog is really saying every time they sigh and groan as they lie down. Sleep well tonight, and maybe just this once, give that paw in the ribs a pass.